What is up my guys, welcome back to another Honda Civic video. Like I promised in the previous video, in today's video we are going to be splitting open these lights. I've been wanting Honda CTR headlights ever since the day I bought this car. If you don't know what CTR means, that means Civic Type R. They came with black headlight housings, and instead of spending a lot of money on buying new headlights, these are perfectly fine. I'm just going to open these up and spray them black inside. They need a refurb as well. As you can see, they are a little hazy up top. We'll split them open, paint them black, refurbish them and throw a HID kit in there, because I do have one lying around, the H4 HID kit for this car. While we are going to be painting the lights, I'm also going to paint a couple of other things in the engine bay. We will do brackets like this. This one is not bad, but when we do one, we might as well do all of them. I'm going to redo the valve cover. Once again, the valve cover is not bad, but I want to redo it to make sure that it's a fresh lick of paint with all the other stuff. And I'm thinking of making all these raised letters, leaving them in silver with a skunk to racing in silver. And once all of that is done, the base should look a lot neater. It desperately needs a clean, I'm not gonna lie. But once the headlights and the front bumper and everything is off, I will probably wash the engine bay to make sure that it is clean before we install the new parts. I'm going to start off by pulling the bumper off so we can get access to the headlights. We literally got everything off that we want off. This is about everything that I want to get sprayed, but first we are going to do the headlights. So for this part, I'm going to chuck them in the oven at 100 degrees Celsius for about 8 to 10 minutes to soften up the glue. Then we'll pull them apart. Make sure that you take out all your globes before putting them in the oven. You want to preheat your oven, so I'm going to preheat mine now. I'm going to use my mom's oven in the house. She's probably going to kill me for that. Take out the grit out the oven when you preheat them, so you don't put the headlights on a hot grit in the oven. so with the lenses split now, there are 2 screws, one there, keeping the chrome backing inside the light. I'm going to take them off and then I'll spray the entire bit black, including these. You will still be able to see the flicker through the lens. You don't have to have a reflector for that. So this whole thing is going to be black, except for where the light is going to be. Okay, with the screws out, it should look like this. So all of this, like I mentioned, is going to be black. Okay guys, so literally everything that we wanted to paint black is painted black, and I sanded the valve cover. I much prefer that look. Everything came out absolutely amazing. I'm going to start by sealing up the lights, and then once that's done, we'll put the valve cover on. Then I want to wash the engine bay. As you can see, this bay hasn't been cleaned in a while. So for sealing the lights, I'm going back into the house. I'm going to heat this up. I was going to take out the old glue, but I don't want it to take out. I want to reuse the old glue. So I'm going to heat this up with the lens, because there is some glue on the lenses as well. As you can see there is some glue left there. I'm going to use this black silicone sealant from Bostik. I'm going to put a little bit around the edges there, and then I'll stick the lens on and probably pop it back into the oven for a few minutes, pull it out, and then we should have a tight seal on them. I just popped the last one back into the oven. It will be there for about 5 more minutes, and then I like to use elastic bands to make sure that the light stays together while cooling down, and then once it's cooled down, you're good to put it back. On that one, it's a bit harder to get it to close up, so I might be using a bit more elastic bands than this one, but it's only for about an hour or so until the silicone has cooled down, and then you can take it off and it should be good. The engine bay honestly looks a million times better after the wash. I just need to assemble everything now. But before we do that, one thing I noticed was all of this yellow, so the black is peeling. I am going to dry this front clip properly and just spray it. I'm simply going to do it on the car, not going to sand it down or anything. It sits behind the bumper, but just so whenever we pull the bumper off, you don't see all this yellow on the front clip. The lights are in and working. I made a massive mistake. I just realized now after doing all of this work that the camera was never recording. It said memory card error or something, so I haven't checked, but I don't think it was recording. If not, it was basically just me fitting the lights. I put in the HID kits, so hopefully we'll be able to see something at night. I want to switch this off. I want to show you guys something. You actually know it, but I just want to show you. So the last step before we fit the bumper back onto the car would be to refurbish these lenses. As you can see, the lenses are faded. So I'm not going to do like a full DIY. If you guys want to see how to refurbish your lenses, I have an entire video which I'll link up in this corner. You can go and check that out. I'm just going to show you how I do it here, but not, like I say, not in detail how to do a DIY. If you want to see the DIY, go and check out that video. I promise you won't be disappointed. I'll give you all my tips and tricks on how I do this, how I seal the lights, literally everything. So I'm going to refurbish these lights and then we can finally put the bumper back on. I am waiting for a set of plug leads. One of the leads broke. When I pulled it off, this section was stuck on the spark plug, so it came right off. So I'm waiting for a set of plug leads, which will probably arrive in the next hour or so. Then I'll go and fetch that, put in the new plug leads, and then we're able to drive the car tonight. I'm extremely excited. The lights is going to look fire when it's done. Let me restore them and then we can see what they actually look like.
It's calling me, like the rainbow, It's calling me, like the rainbow,
So here's a quick before and after on the lenses. They came out extremely well. I never expected them to polish up as good as this. They look brand new. So for those of you who are interested in how I do this, it's basically sanding, polishing, and then afterwards we'll seal them up. But the work is done. That's what it's gonna look like. I bought a clear film that I might want to try to put on, but one thing that I failed to realize was there's actually a bulge there. If you can see, it's got a bulge there. So I might not be able to put a film on that. I'm not too clued up with the film. I don't do it for clients and stuff, so I rarely ever do film, so I'm not too great with film. So as soon as there's a bulge or lines or stuff, that's where the film bowls me out. So I'm gonna seal them up afterwards, and then we'll give them about a week or so before trying to put the film on. If the film doesn't work, it's okay, I'll leave it like this. But ideally I'd like to get a film on to ensure that they stay like this until, I don't know, another 10 or 15 years. And the ballasts are cable tightened down here, so inside the bay you don't see them. You see what these headlight restoration does. I close up the bay and it's still dirty. So you don't see it inside the bay, which I love. Even there you can see the wires running through, and then it's cable tied here at the bottom. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the headlight restoration with the CTR lookalike. I have been driving the car around for about 2 days now, and I absolutely love the new look of the front end, but I kind of messed up the front bumper reassembling it, so I might or I might not be on the hunt for a facelift front. I will be looking out if I can get the parts. You need fenders, lights, bumper and bonnet. If I can get the parts at the right price, I'll slowly start collecting them and look at doing the facelift swap. When I put the bumper back on, I don't know what I did, but I cracked the bumper. I don't know if you guys can see that. I cracked the bumper. That's totally on me. That's my mistake. I feel like an idiot. I only saw it this morning after washing the car. I feel like a complete idiot, but whatever. It happens. It's life. These things happen. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the new CTR headlights. And then another thing that I wanted to touch on with you guys, the merch started coming in this week, and I must admit the new merch is going to be fire. We are going to do caps, shirts and probably one hoodie. I don't know what the date for the merch drop will be yet. It'll probably be end of May, early June. We'll see whenever we start dropping the merch, so keep an eye out for that if you're looking for some CCD merch. And then another thing that I wanted to touch on, my ref counter is doing funny things. I'll actually put a clip on the screen right now. So if any of you guys know what I could check to fix that, please let me know in the comments down below. I'll be checking the comments. So far I cleaned, is it the speedo driver on the gearbox? I'm not too sure. I cleaned that didn't make a difference, but coming to think of it, that speedo driver will be for the speedometer, not the refs. So I'm thinking might be distributor, alternator or something like that. If any of you guys had symptoms like this before and you know what to check, please let me know in the comments down below. I will appreciate that. But that's going to be it for this video. Jeez, these headlights look fire. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one, bro. Peace out and reflect your passion.